What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today I've got this 2022 Ram 1500 Limited 10th Anniversary Edition. Right before we jump into this Limited, if you guys are enjoying these types of videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button, as it does tell me that you guys want more of this stuff, and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm and supporting the channel. With that being said, let's jump right into this Limited 10th Anniversary Edition and see what it has to offer. I also did a review on the 2022 Ram 1500 Limited Night Edition. I'll link that up above so you can check that out as well. Starting off with the different trims that you can get with the Ram 1500 trucks. Depending on what you want to use the truck for, or even your budget, you have the option of picking from a Tradesman, BigHorn, Sport, Rebel, Laramie, Longhorn, or the Limited, just like you're looking at right now. For the safety features that come standard with the Ram Limiteds, you're going to be getting your blind spot and cross path detection, forward collision warning with active braking, and your park sense front and rear park assist. But because this truck has the limited level 1 equipment group, you're also going to get some extra safety features, such as your adaptive cruise control with stop and go, your surround view camera system, parallel and perpendicular park assist, pedestrian emergency braking, and your lane keep assist. Starting things off in the front of this Limited, as you can see, it looks pretty much like a regular Limited. Nothing too special, especially this being the Limited 10th Anniversary Edition. However, most of the stuff is inside, but regardless, in the front, these Limiteds just look really nice. Now, standard on the Limiteds, you're gonna have your chrome grille with the bright chrome surrounding, which goes along the whole grille, along the whole headlights and everything. And also standard would be your chrome front and rear bumpers. These ones are body color because this truck has the body color bumper group option, which I think makes the truck look way better rather than having too much chrome, but it all depends on your personal taste. You also get your chrome tow hooks at the bottom, and like I mentioned, built into the bumper, you have your front sensors along with your front LED fog lights, and you can't forget about these iconic Limited headlights, which of course are LED and just look amazing on these trucks. As for your grille area, you got kind of this chrome / black accent going on with your chrome lettering. Also, right under your Ram lettering, you do have a forward facing camera. Taking a look at the Limited from the side, you can see even though your bumpers are not chrome, you still have a decent amount of chrome all around this truck. And if you're not a fan of chrome, then you can just get the Night Edition as well. But with this, you do have obviously your chrome around your window trim, along with your chrome side mirrors, which are power folding. Also, these side mirrors have cameras built in, which I'll show you once we get inside, as well as your body colored with chrome door handles. And then of course at the bottom you do have your Ram Limited badging as well, all in chrome, along with this trim piece that goes across the whole side of the truck. Also on the hood, you've got your 1500 EcoDiesel badging. This has the 3-liter EcoDiesel, which I'll touch on in a little bit. Also standard on these trucks will be your power running boards, which is very convenient of course. And you can't forget about the wheels. Now typically you'll have 20-inch aluminum wheels with the painted pockets, but this particular truck does have the upgraded 22-inch polished aluminum wheels with your black inserts. And I think the whole presence of the truck with the 22-inch wheels makes it look way better. Also standard on these trucks, you'll have a rear axle ratio of 3.21. However, this one has the upgraded 3.92. Now keep in mind, if you do go for the 3.92, you are going to be compromising on your gas mileage. Another upgraded feature that this particular truck has is your anti-spin differential rear axle. Making your way to the rear of the Limited, just like the front, you have your body color rear bumper of course, and just like the front as well, you do have your rear parking sensors built right in, along with your dual chrome tip exhaust. By your exhaust tip, you'll have your bed step to get in and out of the truck, and this one also has the optional hitch, along with obviously your wiring and all of that for your towing needs. And because this is a non-night edition, all of your badging at the back will be in chrome, so your Limited, Ram head logo, and your 4x4 badging all chrome. As for your rear taillights, these are your standard LED rear tail lamps, and then you do have your sensor in the middle right there. Now back here is when you'll start to notice that this is the Limited 10th Anniversary Edition, because with that you'll get the standard multifunctional tailgate. You can still get this without that 10th anniversary package, but it's already included in the package, so you get it. And a new thing that these 2022 trucks have is, if you look closely underneath your tailgate handle, you'll have this LED light. Opening up your multifunctional tailgates, this of course is the typical standard way that you can open it, and as you can see, this has the factory installed spray and bed liner, which is standard on the Limiteds. And these trucks also have your standard LED bed lighting, which is very convenient, along with your adjustable cargo tie down hooks, which are packaged into the Limited 10th Anniversary Edition, but you can still get them outside of the package. Now this being a multifunctional tailgate, this is the second way that you can access and use your tailgate. This is nice because you can get closer to your bed, taking things in and out, and it just makes life a little bit easier. Another standard feature on these trucks is your rear power sliding window. Now, as we make our way into the interior of the truck at the back, this is when you know you have the 10th anniversary package. This is a really nice interior because you have your premium quilted interior, and this is the only style that you can get with the 10th anniversary package, which is your indigo sea salt interior. As you can see at the top, you've got leather with that nice white stitching, of course, and then the whole panel is covered in this nice premium cloth type of a material, along with your nice quilted leather, which is amazing. And you still get your typical limited wood trim, which is throughout this whole truck. And of course, in the center you have some extra space for storage, and even at the bottom you've got a decent amount of room, and of course your cup holders. And then you have your speaker. Now this has your upgraded 19 speaker Harman Kardon sound system, which is already packaged with the 10th anniversary package. Also, the Harman Kardon sound system is not only a part of your 10th anniversary package, but you can still get it even if you get the limited level 1 equipment group. As for the rear seats, you can see how nice this indigo sea salt interior looks, especially with these premium quilted leather seats. If I was to get a limited, I would only get it in this 10th anniversary package because you can obviously see how nice it looks. And even around the seats, you've got more of that premium cloth type of a material, which just makes it pop even more. And also packaged into your 10th anniversary package is that not only are your rear seats heated, but they're also ventilated seats. Now, if you don't choose the 10th anniversary package, don't worry, you can still get your rear vented seats, which are already a part of your limited level 1 equipment group. And as you know, with the limiteds, your rear seats can also recline, so now your rear passengers are going to be super happy that you chose the 10th anniversary package, that you got the heated seats, and that they can just lounge back and recline their seats. Pulling down your center handrest, this will give you access to 2 cup holders, and as you can see, you've got the whole handrest covered in leather, but you've also got this nice quilted design on it as well. But if you go ahead and open up the center handrest, you do have access to a little bit room that you can put small little items and just tuck them away while you fold up your handrest again. And just like any of the other Ram trucks, your rear seats will fold up and you do have access to a little bit storage at the bottom, of course. Nothing too crazy, but you can still tuck away things underneath if you do wish to. Another standard feature with these limiteds is that you'll get the rear in-floor storage bins, which is super nice to have because that gives you a little bit extra storage room to put, whatever you need to in there, or you can use it to cool your beers in the summertime while you're going to the cottage. Now, behind the driver and passenger seat, of course, these are fully leather back seats, and you also get your mat pockets for that additional storage. And on the rear center console, up top, not only do you have 2 extra cup holders, but you have more of that wood trim. And then if you look below that, you've got a little bit of storage room along with USB ports, and then your buttons for your heated seats and your vented seats, along with a 115 volt plug as well. Coming to the front of the Limited, it's the same as the rear, of course. You've got a little bit more storage area at the bottom of the door, and then you do have 2 speakers here in the front, along with your typical window controls, and then your side mirror controls. The side mirrors, like I mentioned, are power folding, so you've got that button there, and your front driver seat has memory seating. Now, as for the front seats, just like the rear seats, you can just see how nice these seats look, especially with the premium quilted leather. The Limited seats already look really nice, but when you add this package, it just brings your Limited to a whole nother level. Another thing that comes part of your 10th anniversary package is that you're gonna get your suede headliner. Yes, you get suede headliner in a pickup truck. That's pretty crazy. And of course, with the Limiteds, you do have your standard front power adjustable seats. Over at the bottom, nothing too crazy, just your foot pedals. And another thing that's a part of your 10th anniversary package already is your bright pedal kit. And then above that, you do have your hood latch release. Moving above that, you do have your electronic parking brake. And also standard on the Limiteds is that you will get your power adjustable pedals. Moving further up, you've obviously got your typical lighting controls for your fog lights for the rear. And then next to that, you have your light dimmers. One thing that I wish that Ram adds to their trucks, rather than having a manual adjustable steering wheel, having a power adjustable, even if it's on the higher trims. As you enter into the Ram Limited, your whole dashboard is covered in this kind of a soft leather material, and then you have some plastic up by your windshield, and then your speakers on both corners, a heads-up display as well in this truck, and of course your center speaker with Harman Kardon written on it. Now also on the dashboard, you have this nice quilted leather section, which just just makes the dashboard pop even more. As for your heads-up display, this is a part of your limited level 1 equipment group, and of course you can have different things in front of you, so you really don't even have to look at your center gauge cluster. You'll just have it right in front of you. As for your center gauge cluster, it's a typical limited gauge cluster, of course. However, one thing that I did notice different when you do choose the 10th anniversary package is that up top, typically you would have your Ram lettering, but on this one it says limited. Aside from that, everything else is pretty much the same. You still have your center screen where you have the typical options of picking whatever you want in front of you, and it just has a bunch of different information about the truck. So it's nice that it gives you a lot of access to different information rather than having to rely just on your center screen, but instead you can have it right in front of you. As for your steering wheel, of course, this is a fully leather wrapped steering wheel, and you do have more of that nice wood finish trim pieces, and it's also a heated steering wheel. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have controls for your center gauge cluster, which I've shown you. Next to that, you've got your Bluetooth controls. Over on the right side of the steering wheel, you have controls for your cruise control settings, of course, and then your adaptive cruise control and all of that. Underneath that, you do have your gear limit selector. As for behind the steering wheel on the left side, you have your typical controls for your indicators, high beams, windshield wipers, and your fluid. Now on the right side behind the steering wheel, you've got obviously your typical push to start button, but as you move down and take a look at your rotary shifter, with the 10th anniversary package, this rotary shifter is going to be a jeweled shifter, so you can see the different design and the pattern on this. And then you've got your typical 4-wheel drive auto, high, 2-wheel drive, low, and all of that. As for your center handrest, obviously this is fully leather wrapped, and because this is a 10th anniversary package, it's going to be that nice quilted leather, and you also get the limited 10th anniversary badging as well. But once you open up the first section on the center handrest, it's a very typical one. You've got, you know, a decent amount of room in there to put whatever you need to, along with a USB port, so you can go ahead and charge your electronics and just have them tucked away. Now once you go ahead and open up your main section, you're going to have your typical conversion tables and all of that, and then you can't forget about the unlimited space that these Ram trucks have. As you can see, it's a pretty deep storage space, and you can move that center section back and forth, so you have access in the back and in the front. On the actual slider, once you have both of your sections closed, that exposes more of that nice looking wood trim. Opening up the first section, you have a little bit more room to put whatever you need to, and then when you open up the second section, that gives you access to your front cup holders. Moving that center slider out of the way, in the front, of course, like I mentioned, you have more storage area along with a 115 volt plug at the bottom. Above that, you do have a section to hold 2 phones along with a wireless charging pad, which is standard on these. Up above that, you have a little storage area along with more USB ports for the front. Moving above all of that, you have a bunch of different buttons here. Starting from the right side, you have your front and rear parking sensors. You can turn these on and off, of course, and then your tow haul mode, traction control, and this truck does come standard with your 4-corner air suspension, so you can raise the truck, lower the truck, or if you don't want this option, you can also remove it. And this truck also has your optional trailer brake controller. You can't forget about this nice looking 12-inch screen surrounded by a ton of gloss black. This of course is standard with the Ram Limiteds, and now this has the Uconnect 5 system, so it's a lot better, more crisp, more responsive than the previous Uconnect system, because now you can add pages to your home screen and even reconfigure the home screen to have different layouts. When you go into your media section, you have access to your typical AM, FM, and your Sirius XM, but now with the Uconnect 5 system, you can also wirelessly connect your Apple CarPlay or your Google Android devices. Moving over to your comfort section, here you can access your heating and cooling, or you can use the buttons on the side of the screen. Also, you have access to your heated seats, vented seats, and your heated steering wheel. On your navigation tab, you have this full screen navigation, and if you're low on fuel like this is, it'll let you know on the side there which gas stations are nearby. You can also turn this into a 3D map as well. Under your phone settings, new with the Uconnect 5 system, you can now pair up to 2 phones at the same time. And moving over to your vehicle tab, under controls, here you have access to dim your rear view mirror, retract your side steps, and have access to your vehicle cameras. Once you click the camera system, you have a bunch of different options. You can see your surround view camera, which will give you access to a whole bunch of different angles of the truck. And like I was mentioning, your side mirrors having cameras, you can also access them here, the left and right mirrors. And this truck also has your trailer surround view camera system, so once you're hooked up to a trailer, you can have more views of the vehicle and the trailer. Finally, coming to your apps tab here, you have a bunch of different applications that you can kind of flick through, but with the Uconnect 5 now, you also have Alexa built in. Also with the Uconnect 5 system now, you have the bar at the top, which is a touch bar, so if you press any of the little items, it'll bring out a shortcut menu. Moving above your screen, you have your button for for your lane keep assist, along with your perpendicular and parallel park assist button. Above all of that, not only do you have more of this nice wood trim, but you have a little bit more room to put small little items and a 12-volt adapter. Up above, not only do you have your typical rear view dimmable mirror, but a part of your limited level 1 equipment group, this can also be turned into a digital rear view mirror. Above your rear view mirror, you've got your typical dome lighting controls, your tailgate release, assist and SOS, and then your button for your rear power sliding window. Coming over to the passenger side, in your glove department, it's the typical space that you'll have on any Ram truck, but if that does get full, you do have a secondary one which you can open up and have a little bit more room in there. Once you close that, you have more of that nice wood finish along with your limited badging. As for what the key fob looks like, it's a typical Ram key. You've got your unlock, lock button, tailgate release. You can actually lower the truck on here as well for your suspension, remote start, and your panic button. And on the rear of the key, you have your Ram limited badging as well. As for what powers this truck, you actually have 3 different engine options. You can choose the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 fuel saver MDS, or you can get it with just the MDS and e-torque. And then finally, which this truck has, you can also get the 3 liter V6 turbocharged diesel engine. Now this is going to give you 260 horsepower with 480 foot-pound of torque. As for when it comes to towing with these trucks, depending on which engine option you choose and which spec you choose of the truck, with the 3 liter, it'll give you the towing capability of about 12,500 pounds. And here is the window sticker for this 2022 Ram 1500 Limited 10th Anniversary Edition. As you can see, you've got your typical exterior colors, engine option, and all of that. Below that, you've got your standard equipment that comes with the truck, and then you have your optional equipment. As you can see, this truck has a decent amount of optional upgrades on it, and below that, you do have your pricing. Keep in mind, this is in Canada and minus any dealer discounts or manufacturing discounts being offered. Well, that does it for this 2022 Ram 1500 Limited 10th Anniversary Edition. Let me know in the comments down below, do you love this or do you hate it?